In a time when Morocco stood at the crossroads of collapse, one man wore the crown, not as a mighty ruler, but as a ghost of an empire once golden. He was Muhammad al-Shaykh al-Saghir, the final strong name in a dynasty unraveling from within. His reign marked the last flickers of Saadian power, overshadowed by tribal chaos, Ottoman interference, and the growing ambitions of a new force on the horizon. This is the forgotten story of a sultan who ruled from a broken throne. A kingdom in fragments. When Muhammad al-Shaykh al-Saghir came to power in the year 1600 sixendertig, Morocco was no longer the powerful empire of Ahmad al-Mansur. The Saadian dynasty had been torn apart by succession wars, tribal revolts, and the loss of public trust. The kingdom was no longer united. The capital, Marrakesh, held some semblance of control, but regions like Fez, the Rif Mountains, and southern Morocco were in open defiance or ruled by local warlords. Muhammad inherited not a throne, but a battlefield. Turning to the Ottomans. Faced with growing instability, Muhammad al-Shaykh al-Saghir turned toward the powerful Ottoman Empire for help, the very force his ancestors had fought to keep out of Morocco. Unlike Ahmad al-Mansur, who had played a delicate game of independence, Muhammad leaned openly toward pro-Ottoman policies. He sent envoys to Algiers and even Istanbul, seeking recognition and military backing. In return, he offered loyalty, a move that deeply angered many Moroccan elites who still viewed the Ottomans as foreign occupiers. His tilt toward the Sublime Porte weakened his internal legitimacy, and instead of gaining strength, he lost more ground. A crown without power. Though he wore the Saadian crown, Muhammad ruled like a prisoner. His word carried little weight outside his court. He struggled to collect taxes, enforce justice, or even command loyalty from his governors. Several regions openly ignored his orders. The once proud Saadian army had fractured into rival militias, each more loyal to its tribal leader than to the Sultan. Meanwhile, pirates on the coasts and bandits inland ruled the roads. Morocco was slipping into warlordism. The long decline. From 1600 to zestienhonderd, Muhammad's reign was defined by decline. Diplomacy with the Ottomans failed to bring stability. Trade slowed down. The magnificent infrastructure built during the golden age of Ahmad al-Mansur was now in ruins. The Saadian tombs remained untouched, but they now symbolized death, not glory. Foreign powers like Spain and Portugal began to pressure the coastal cities again, while the Ottoman-backed governors in Algeria watched Morocco hungrily. The people, tired of chaos and taxation without results, began to turn toward religious leaders and tribal chiefs for protection and justice. The final shadow. In his final years, Muhammad al-Shaykh al-Saghir saw himself more as a caretaker of a fallen house than a sultan. The Saadian name still held some reverence, but the dynasty was now seen as a relic of a better time. He died in Het jaar zestienhonderd vijfenvijftig, leaving behind no strong successor, no standing army, and no unified state. His death marked the effective end of the Saadian dynasty. Within a few years, a new dynasty would rise, the Alawites, descendants of the Prophet, claiming they would restore order where the Saadians had failed. Legacy of a forgotten sultan, Muhammad al-Shaykh al-Saghir, is often overlooked by historians. But his reign is a mirror of how great empires fall, not with one dramatic blow, but with years of silent collapse. He ruled during the final twilight of a once great dynasty, caught between loyalty to his ancestors and desperation to survive in a new world. His reign reminds us that even in failure, there are lessons about power, pride, and the price of depending on foreign empires. If you found this journey into the fading glory of the Saadians insightful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment. Was Muhammad al-Shaykh al-Saghir a weak ruler or simply a victim of history?